So if we talk about the gravitational field strength, ये क्या चीज है? The gravitational field strength G on the Earth is approximately 10 Newton per kg. The gravitational field strength on the surface of the moon is less than on the Earth. This means it would be easier to lift a mass on the moon than on the Earth. अब जो मून के ऊपर होती है that is around 1.7 और जो आपके पास अर्थ की है 10. So the gravitational field strength of Earth is 10 and of moon it is 1.7. What does this mean? That if the gravitational field strength of the moon is less, the mass would also be less. Hence, it would be easier to lift a mass on the moon due to the less gravity. But what about Earth? Now, Earth has a higher gravitational field strength, which means it would be having a higher mass और एक higher weight भी होगा. Weight is the force that acts due to the gravitational force downwards. The gravitational field strength on the surface of the gas giants, for example, Jupiter and Saturn, is more than of the Earth. This means it would be harder to lift a mass on the gas giants than on the Earth. तो सबसे पहले अगर हम जुपिटर को कंपेयर करें, Jupiter having the highest, then lower gravitational field strength में आपके पास Earth आ जाएगी, and then lower gravitational field strength even less than the Earth we have Moon. So here you can see as the gravitational field strength increases, the lowest gravitational field strength is shown by the Moon, which has the lowest gravitational field strength, and the highest gravitational field strength is shown by the Sun. The higher the gravitational field strength, the more the mass and higher would be the gravitational potential energy needed to lift an object, which means it would become harder to lift any object due to the high gravitational field strength. Earth key you have to remember that is 9.8 or you can also use 10. And moon you also have to memorize that moon ki gravitational field strength is 1.7. Memorize these two values, not other than these. कोई और नहीं करनी है आपने याद. Now these are the two graphs below that show a ball being thrown up in the air when it was thrown up and when it is falling down. So when the object was being thrown up, what was happening? When it was thrown up, the height was increasing. And when the height was increasing, the GPE was also increasing. But what was happening when the object was falling? When the object was falling, height was decreasing, which means that the GPE was also decreasing. So as the height increases, GPE increases as well. And when the height decreases, GPE decreases. We have a worked example over here. A man of mass 70 climbs a flight of stairs that is 3 meters higher than the floor. Now the gravitational field strength is approximately 10 Newton per kg. Calculate the increase in the gravitational potential energy. तो हमारे पास फॉर्मूला क्या है? GPE is equal to mgh. Mass आपके पास है 70 into gravitational field strength क्या है 10 and what is the height? Height given to us in the question was 3. So 70 into 10 would be 700. 700 into 3 would give you 2100 and the unit of energy is joules. So your answer is 2100 joules. Let's check if we are correct. First of all, list the known quantities. The mass was 70, gravitational field strength was 10, the height was 3. Write down the equation. GPE is equal to mgh. I need each and every step of these when I give you the questions. Again, you have to show each and every step. ठीक है? फिर आपने GPE निकालना है. First, you'll list the data. This is called data listing. First, listing the data. Then you will have to write the formula. And then you have to solve. These are the three parts of the question. 70 into 10 into 3 gives you the answer of 2100 joules. So the energy, the energy required to overcome the gravitational potential is equal to mgh. So the mass of an adult was 70. Here आपके पास height थी, this was the height. And this person needed 2100 joules of energy to climb 3-meter high stairs. This is the calculations of gravitational potential. Energy, the formula, the definition, the relationship with height, these are all very important concepts to remember.